everyone, I hope you're doing really well. My name is Hamna and I am an art healer. For me, art is kind of like a portal, a doorway, a window where you jump into and a new world kind of gets created through you, and that what you are creating is actually symbolic to that what is within you already. So that what you hold in your soul basically comes out on the sheet of paper, and you do not need to be an artist for this session. All you need to have is a heart filled with light, which you already do, and a desire to get to know yourself a little bit better. And this is the time which is just you, your art, with no judgments and no right or wrong. There is nobody saying you're doing an amazing job or not doing an amazing job, because art is really not about that. That what gets created on the sheet of paper is going to be a representation of that who you are within you. And what that means is that you're able to physically see your internal world out on the sheet of paper. When you're able to see yourself from the inside more clearly, you're able to work through your flaws and whatever is missing, and how can you increase yourself in spaces where you feel the lack in, and all that sort of stuff. So my sessions are all available on Patreon, and these are sessions that completely shifted not only my life but of those who have done these sessions with me in the past many years, and their life has completely shifted into 360 degrees change. But anyway, not getting into that, I wanted to use the inspiration of this year, which is the year of the snake, and create a grid to share with you all. And this is something that is super duper simple, but I need to take you on a journey to connect you to the chakras, a little bit of information. I won't overload you, so you can have a little bit of a notebook or a paper that you can take notes if that's what you want to. Otherwise, you can just sit back and hear what I have to say in the next few minutes. Then we're going to get into the journey of creating the piece, inshallah ta'ala. And for creating the piece, what you'll need is a pencil, a compass, protractor, a ruler. If you have a big one, that'd be amazing. If not, that's cool too. And just an eraser. I always try to tell my students, don't try to focus too much on the tools. Understand that what you're creating has an effect of something that gets created within you. So focus how you're feeling when we are creating the grid. So I'll give you prompts and I'll give you direction, so you don't have to worry about that side of things right now. Now grab yourself a cup of tea, pause the video if you need to, and just sit back and hear what this year is asking us to connect to, or to focus on. Because you see, at the cosmic level, there's an energy that rises, and the energy is of the snake. So let me just read a little bit about it. Snake is considered as a symbol of wisdom, ancient knowledge, and intuition in many cultures. A snake spirit animal may show you your own ability to heal from emotional wounds. You see, within us, we have the power to heal ourselves, our emotional wounds. But a lot of times we go around looking for people, looking for things to heal our emotional wounds. But in reality, we already have that within us, that power to heal. All we have to do is sit with ourselves, and like this exercise, when you do it, like you do yoga, you do meditation, this is kind of like a mindful, meditative, visual art healing session, right? So through this animal, we're being guided to go into ourselves to heal from emotional wounds and release toxic patterns or beliefs, thus allowing you to experience inner renewal and regeneration. In Chinese culture, because it's the year of the snake is connected to the Chinese culture, the snake holds a dual symbolism. It is regarded as a sign of harvest, spirituality, and good fortune, but it is also associated with cunning and secrecy. The wood snake in particular is believed to possess qualities of charm, intelligence, and creativity, while sometimes being sensitive, secretive, or ruthless. Now, when you look at these words, right, the couple of words are very high vibrational, and then a couple of them are very low vibrational, right? So you have this negative and positive happening. The snake teaches us that there is light and there is darkness, and together when they merge in one, they create peace, right? So that's the idea of the snake energy. For we are being called to connect to our intuition. It says here we're being asked to connect to our wisdom, ancient knowledge, and intuition this year. Focus on those three things, and those three things will help us heal our emotional wounds, release the patterns of toxicity and beliefs that we have, limiting beliefs, and allow the experience of internal renewal to happen and regeneration to happen, right, in ourselves. So literally, if you just think about these things, it will in themselves help you that this is the year for you to come out of your dark skin and recreate yourself as that what you want to be, and you are the creator of your reality. So when you start shedding the layers off like the snake as it moves forward, it releases its old skin. But you can't release the old skin till you acknowledge, understand, and release it with love. You can't just like get angry and release it. It has to be done in a certain way of acceptance, love, and forgiveness. So when you do that, it is the sign of harvest. You're going to get new seeds put in, and that new ideas, new dreams, new aspirations will happen, and you'll be guided towards your spirituality, and good fortune of course will come your way. But also there is a little bit of cunning and secrecy that is here, and also it speaks about the secretive and ruthlessness. Now you see, when the snake has to choose itself, it has to be ruthless. It can't just be like, oh, maybe should I, could I, would I. That doesn't really happen. You have to be ruthless towards your healing journey. If you really want to get to know yourself, if you really, really want to be authentic and take off all your masks and regenerate yourself apart and away and, beyond your toxic patterns, then you really have to choose and commit to your healing. And for that, you have to keep it secret, and you have to be cunning, you have to be sharp in your mind, you have to be ruthless in the way you behave and all that sort of stuff. So there is positive even in those words that sound negative. So a lot of people will look at these words as negative, but the snake here is going to teach us that those words actually have a positive implication to them. Now, the year of 2025, this year of yin wood snake. This is so important that it is not the wood snake of yang, it is yin, right? And then we're going to understand deeper into what yin is. The yin wood is often associated with small plants, flowers, or wine. So to get to where it needs to be, it needs support. It can't do it alone. You see, for so many years, we've been holding our emotions, not healing, and saying, oh, nobody's going to understand. What's the point of speaking? So just keep our mouth closed and all that sort of stuff. But we're being asked to, in this year, understand that we are small plants and we're ready to grow, and we need to nurture ourselves. We can't be very harsh with ourselves. No judgments towards ourselves. We have to be gentle. We have to be kind, just the way we need to be with small plants, because you see, they're not strong enough to be fully that who they are. So we're small plants. In this year, the snake is telling us, go within to understand how you need to grow outwardly, but first heal your inside, connect to your inside, understand that right now you need to be with you, nurturing yourself like a small plant. And so wherever it is that you need help, how to speak, what to speak, how to say, how to connect to your soul, go deeper into understanding how can you go around looking for support and doing things that will help you connect to your yin energy. A soul has two sides, right? Yin and yang, the feminine and the masculine. So within you, which side is wounded, which side is more activated, which side needs to be lowered, which side needs to be increased. So sit with yourself. Till you sit with yourself, you wouldn't know if you are in your yin or in your yang, right? But in this year, we're being asked to really focus on the yin, and the yang itself will come up however it's meant to. In Chinese philosophy, the yin yang represents two opposing yet complementary forces that exist in all things, with yin representing passive, receptive, and feminine energy. So we, instead of going to doing, wanting, desiring, we're being asked to sort of retract inwards, become a little passive, stop being reactive and start being receptive. See and observe. Be gentle. It's like darkness. So when the seed is planted under the ground, that's the energy. You are under the ground. You have to go into the darkness to love it fully. You see, we've been wanting to be on the stage and we've been performing for so long. We're so exhausted and tired, lost and anxious and depressed. We're being asked to go and connect to our darkness, to go and plant ourselves as a seed under the ground and think of what really happens under the ground. You have to be still. You have to be patient. You have to be gentle and kind to wait for the divine time for you to sprout out. You have to water yourself, meaning you have to clean yourself of all the dirt. You have to think of the moon. The moon is not meant to be shining all the time. The moon is literally goes through different phases. At times he's completely gone altogether. So think of that sort of energy when you're being asked to go into your yin energy. While the yang represents active, expansive, and masculine, like the light, sun, and heat. You see, you cannot be the lover of light if you are not the lover of darkness. And to bring that both, you have to love all your mistakes, you have to love all your faults, you have to love everything that you've done. For you have to understand that whatever it is that you feel is your darkness is or was given to you as an experience. So you could choose to rise from it, not become it. But understand that there was a purpose of you having that darkness, having those experiences, having those emotions, so that you were able to say, no, I'm not this, I'm actually that. To connect to your yin energy. The key concept is that balance between these two energies is essential for harmony and well-being. So our focus is going to be on the yin energy. And just to give you a little bit of an examples of yin and yang in nature, night is yin, day is yang. So focus on being in the night. Sit still, relax yourself, go to sleep early, focus on your sleeping habits, sit with your eyes closed, sit in darkness, all that sort of stuff. Think of what happens in the night. Your soul goes back to the sky. Where does it go? Like you're not in control of your soul, are you, in darkness? But then yet again, you are still alive and breathing. So think of all those things when you think of your yin energy through this year. Then it comes to the body. The inside of the body is considered to be yin. Again, we are so disconnected from our inside emotions, how we feel, what we feel, why we feel the way we feel, because it is feelings that makes us on the outside act in our yang energy, because then we take the action in our masculine energy. But because we're so disconnected from our inside body, again, consciously, the cosmic collective energy is pulling us back into ourselves. Resting is yin. Yeah, so you have to rest, you have to breathe, you have to be still, you have to be nurturing, you have to eat the food that your body is asking for. So inside, all your focus is inside, not on what people have been telling you, showing you, asking you, requiring of you. You say, hang on, I make a commitment this year to rise in my feminine energy, for that is where I have been wounded, if that is the truth. Because understand, whichever energy you work with, the other energy is also equally going to come up. So if you're being asked to work on the yin energy this year, it doesn't mean you're ignoring the yang energy. What it means is that yang energy must have been really high and the yin was very low. So as the yin rises, the yang would actually be, the yang would actually come lower to the same surface as yin. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, connecting to the yin is calmness and yang is excitement. So show some excitement, show some thrillingness about, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to get to know myself. I'm going to unlayer, unmask everything of me so that I am able to find who I truly am and what the hell am I doing here? So that's the kind of energy the yin energy calls, the yang energy is. And once we go into that energy of, yes, I can heal myself, yes, I can regenerate myself, is when you actually go into the yin and say, well, I'm going to start inwards because I'm a little plant, I'm a little seed. I'm going to sit in my darkness, I'm going to own my flaws, I'm going to own whatever I've done in the past so that I'm able to regenerate from a space of being healed and in control and in power of my yin energy. Inshallah, I really, really hope that made sense. But now, coming to the understanding that this year is the snake is a symbol of wisdom, ancient knowledge, and intuition. So when I broke down these three words, because to create the artwork, we have to really have that conscious understanding of what these words are. What is wisdom? What is ancient knowledge? And what is intuition? You see, these are things that people say, wisdom, and they sound so good. But then I always have this thing, okay, hang on, I'm not getting what they are because, first of all, English is not my first language. And then I struggle with that. So I really have to go into the depths of understanding the words one by one so that I'm able to represent them in the grid with you, as you will see. But really, I have to understand, okay, what is wisdom? Everybody talks about it. What is wisdom? And how can you master it? Is it only for some chosen ones, or is it for something accessible for everyone? So many times, oh, so and so is so intelligent, oh, so and so is wonderful, and you kind of lower yourself into they are that, but you aren't, right? So I want you to really understand that these three things are actually inside you. They're not outside of you. Knowledge is what you go outside to attain. Wisdom is something that you are already born with. So the knowledge that you attain and absorb from the outside is what you convert into wisdom and leave here through your being. So you convert knowledge into wisdom through the lens of your understanding, right? So everybody has wisdom. It's not just some people. And if you've heard of somebody saying, no, that person doesn't have wisdom, then it's just because it's not activated and they're not conscious about it. But everybody has an internal wisdom that we can tap into. And this year, that's what we're being asked to connect to, not the knowledge, but to the wisdom within you. Now, wisdom is being able to not only be focused on what you have. So most times we have this understanding. I'm laughing because I've been through this and I really did not know how important this was. Most times we want to put across what it is that we need to say. Our message, what is it that I want to leave behind in the world? And our focus is so much on the what that we forget that how am I saying what I'm saying? Who am I speaking to? And when am I saying it to them? You see, and also where, I forgot to add it here, but when you say what you say, understanding how you're saying it, meaning the way your tone is, who you are speaking, meaning who your audience is. When you are speaking, are they very tired? Are they very cranky? What are they doing that you are going to them with your message that you want them to listen to you? Right? And where are they? Now, are they right in the middle of cooking something, or are they sleeping, or are they out with friends and then you're talking to them about something very serious? That what you want to say will only be wisdom when you are conscious of how you're saying it, what tone you are using, how your body language is, who you are saying it, meaning you are respectful of that person or that audience that you are speaking to, when you are saying it, so that they are be able to receive what you have to say, and where you are saying it, so that they are in a space where they are able to listen to you properly. These are really important things. Wisdom is being able to say what you need to say when you focus not only on that what, but on how, who, when, and where. When you are conscious of all these 5 things, uttering what you need to utter from your mouth, it is wisdom. Is it only for some chosen ones, or is it accessible for everyone? Now, I want you to think about it. Can you do these 5 things? Yes. So, this year is not going to be about only what you want to say, but you are being asked to focus on how, who, when, and where, so that you're not creating noise into this world. What you're saying from your mouth is not just words and things that you want. It is things that are nurturing, kind, compassionate towards those who you are making it heard to. So that's where wisdom will come in, when you become conscious of what you're saying, right? And ancient knowledge, this can be like, sometimes people ask me, like, is it connected to religion? Or I think this is all spiritual stuff, guys. There's nothing to do with religion, because I'm not preaching anything. I'm just sharing basic understanding of these 3 words: wisdom, ancient knowledge, and intuition, what this year is asking us to connect to and empower ourselves. So don't think of this as in religious context. But anyway, now, what is ancient knowledge? The Chinese, the old Islamic traditions, the Christianity, all these religious whatever backgrounds, I want you to really take that out of your head and think of it like all of these 3 things that I'm going to be mentioning: a speck of sperm to a human being. A tiny speck of sperm turns into a human being. A tiny seed that goes into the ground becomes the source of fruit, of flowers, of leaves, of shade, of abundance. A tiny one seed turns into a whole massive tree. Think of life and think of death. Now, when you think of these 3 things, I want you to really focus on who's doing it. Who's doing this whole phenomena of turning a sperm into a human being? It doesn't have to have a name, but it is a higher power from the higher realms that is doing this. Recognizing that it is not you who's doing it. You did not have the capacity or the capability to turn a sperm into a human being. You actually don't have the capacity and capability to put a seed in the ground and know exactly when it's going to grow, how it's going to grow, how big its trunk is going to be. All you can do is nurture it and water it. The rest is being taken care by somebody who is in a higher position than you are, right? When you recognize that, you tap into the ancient knowledge. That recognition is ancient knowledge. For all of these to happen, there is a higher force behind it all. The knowing that there is a higher force is ancient knowledge. That's it. How you choose to connect to it, through religious scripts, through meditation, through your own understanding, through connecting through nature, whatever it is that you choose to do is totally up to you. But just the knowing that you couldn't be doing all of this that is happening pulls you inwards to recognizing that there is someone, something mysterious, mystical, hidden, unseen, that is way bigger than you, way bigger than you. And that connecting to that knowledge is tapping into the dimensions beyond your mind. Like your imagination is even limited, your mind is even tiny to understand why these things are happening, why your world is falling apart, or why your career is going 10 times faster. Why are you experiencing what you're experiencing? Comes from way beyond your mind, way beyond. And that's where the path to the doors of ancient wisdom opens, beyond your mind, within your soul. Does everybody have a soul? Then everybody has a pathway to the doors of ancient wisdom. It's just a matter of choice if you want to live a life and be attached to this, or when you want to be attached to that ancient wisdom, that ancient knowledge that is inside your soul, or do you want to just be attached to things that you see which are temporary on this planet. What do you want to be attached to? What do you want to acknowledge? What do you want to learn? Who do you want to learn from? Who is your teacher? Who is your healer? Who is your guide? Is the soul that you carry within you more powerful, or that what you have been told and taught by the generations of this planet? Who is more powerful? And when you question these things, you can see that the world, the civilizations, the empires that get built all crash after their rise at some point. Nothing is there for, is nothing is there permanently. And so, but what is there permanently is the one who's giving life and death, is the one who's constantly guiding, whatever, the seeds to become a tree. That what is allowing a sperm to become a human being, because it's beyond your mind, beyond your understanding, right? So when you understand that, you tap into the ancient knowledge of life itself. Does everybody have a soul? Then everybody has the pathway to the doors of ancient wisdom. It's just a matter of choice if you want to live a life attached to that what you see and that what is temporary, or connect to that what was before you, that what is with you, and that what will be after you. Ancient wisdom connects you to the being that's having a human experience, meaning your soul. Last one, what is intuition? So many people struggle with this because we don't really know what it is, because we've actually suppressed it. We only use it when we feel like it, or when it's like, oh, should I do, not do, what do, or do, that kind of questions. So what is intuition? Now, the Google definition is an ability to understand or know something without needing to think about it or use reason to discover it, or a feeling that shows this ability. Now, Google not always makes me very satisfied, so I have to go into it through my own understanding and intuition, and this is what I came up with. Intuition is the silent whispers that make themselves heard and felt in every single cell of your body, guiding you to your truth. Within us, the ancient knowledge actually, meaning the soul, actually sends us these little tiny clear silent whispers that are heard in our being through the whole body, but we still deny it, for we are not certain of that knowledge. Because we are not confident in our knowledge, in our ancient knowledge, our trust is so limited in our soul, in our connection with the divine creator, the oneness of this world, that we not only reject the ancient knowledge, meaning our soul and connection and the one who's doing all the work, we actually disconnect from our intuition because we don't believe in that what we are feeling. And so we deny that truth. Because you see, intuition is what gets you connected. It's like a way to talk to the universe, and we kind of say, I don't believe in this Wi-Fi system, so I'm not going to use it, right? Funnily, we actually believe the Wi-Fi, and we can see that people are connected across oceans and all that sort of jazz, but what we don't trust is our own selves. We don't trust our own souls, and that's just really, really weird and sad, but it's the truth. We all have been taught to be disconnected from our soul, from our inner voice, and that's what this year is going to test you with, and keep giving you experiences where you will be pushed to channel into your intuition and trust it, because your intuition leads to wisdom. Wisdom leads to ancient knowledge, and ancient knowledge connects you to your intuition. So the three go hand in hand. When you trust in the one who guided a speck to turn into sperm, and a sperm into a living creature with a beautiful voice, vision to see a whole spectrum of colors, body to move and dance to the rhythm and waves of time, emotions that help you feel alive, and so much more. How can you not trust the one who created all of that what's visible and that what is invisible to your eyes? Only what you see you believe, but that what you feel you don't. When you know that all is connected to the ancient wisdom, and that is beyond logic, mind, and anything you can ever imagine, you don't believe it. You see, a lot of people want to see, and then they will believe. What happens is seeing then believing gives you direction for sure. But if you are believing and then seeing, that gives you courage. When you actually don't see the next step, but you believe in the higher realms, in the higher wisdom, in your intuition, you become courageous because you're not seeing the path, but you're believing in the path that there is something better that's going to unfold. So you believe first, and then you see the results and the path unfold, and that makes you courageous. The direction will only take you on the path that is visible because the road is clear. What's the fun on going on a road that's already existing? So many people have gone through the same road over and over again. What's the point of going on that again and again? If you are the creator, then you create a path, right? And to be creating a path, you have to walk on the paths that are not visible. Nobody's done it. Only and only then you're going to walk like a lion with courage, right? But if everybody's walking the same path, you're just a photocopy of everybody, then, you're just following your ancestors, you're just following your culture, you're just following whatever you follow. What are you bringing to the palette? Like, what are you doing? How are you a creator if you're just going to walk on the path that is so visible? You see, direction will make you a follower. For surely, you will look like a sheep, like everybody else. But then courage will make you connect to the flow, a lion, and the only one who rules. Direction definitely gives you comfort, but courage gives you confidence. So if you want to increase your confidence, go towards your intuition. Trust your gut. Connect to your soul. Accept, acknowledge, and absolutely unapologetically love your darkness. Direction makes you feel in control. Courage makes you feel you are in control of the one who created you and gave you the courage to let go of control. You see, courage helps us become more powerful in our soul being because it connects us to the higher realms through our intuition. Courage says walk on path that doesn't exist because you came here to be a creator, not a sheep, a follower. You came here to rule that one path that you will create. So you are the lion of that path, and you are the one, making it for yourself. So that was just the text part. I really, really hope that it was resonated or got you some kind of clarity into understanding what this year is asking from us. So just so you know, the yin energy is connected to the 3 chakras on the top, the third eye and the, sorry, completely blanked out. I'll just show you in my diagram. But anyway, so this was the thing, and we're being asked to connect to the 3 things: wisdom, ancient knowledge, and intuition in this year, and I will guide you through it as we create this piece. Now, just as a kind of like a background, I don't know if you know this or not, but this is the chart for your 7 chakras. This is your root chakra, which is always red in color, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and your crown chakra. The root chakra is connected to that what you believe to be your family, your grounding, your physical identity. And this is the chakra where your fear sits, unfortunately. Fear sits here and love sits here. And this is the journey one needs to make in our soul when we connect to our intuition, soul, and the energy within us. These are the 7 things. I call them the 7 layers of ego. As you learn to manage them better, understand them better, you're able to live life in alignment to this. So the root chakra is not imbalanced or underactivated, it is in balance. You understand you were born in a certain family so that you were able to feel certain emotions in your sacral, so that you were able to take actions based on your sacral for what you are feeling. Once you take the actions, you understand that you came here to spread light and love, which is the heart chakra. The way you spread light and love is through your voice. What is it that you're creating as sound on this planet? How are you speaking? How are you nurturing? How are you loving and showing people? What is your self-expression? What are you bringing to this planet? This is your throat chakra. Once your throat chakra is activated, you understand that what you see all around us is a reflection of that who you are within you. Right? So the third chakra gets activated when you start connecting your outside and inside as one. And then you reach, once you connect that the outside reality is actually just an illusion, what is really needs to be focused is our inside. You connect to the crown chakra. For that is when you find out, or you're awakened to the understanding of self-knowledge, that all that you went through in life has a purpose. And that's all you need to know, that whatever you're going through is going to help you raise your awareness and your consciousness to connect to your soul. And once you connect to your soul fully, activate all these chakras, which by the way are all available through little exercises on my Patreon. So you can go ahead and access all of them if that's what you want to, because I do them over and over again to help me align my chakras and remember who I truly am in my inside internal soul body. So to know that all of this is happening for you activates your crown chakra. So that was kind of like the gist for you to understand, and now we will begin our session. I'm so sorry, I totally forgot that you will also need two tracing sheets of paper. If you don't have tracing sheets, then you can get yourself a, what could you get? Butter paper. So yeah. All right. Now take a nice deep breath in for me. Just relax your shoulders and connect yourself to this whole journey as we are going to begin. Everything that I mentioned in the session is going to be something that we are going to now bring on this sheet of paper, so that when you see this image, you're able to activate the things inside you, which this creation will help you create. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Take a nice deep breath in with me, please. Just relax yourselves, and this is your time as you go into the portal of art with you and you alone. Just place a tiny dot on the sheet of paper. Try and make it in the center, but don't need to measure it. Using your ruler, create a horizontal line. Notice that a tiny speck of dot creates a long line. Now this is the higher realm and this is the lower realm. I want you to take your compass, open it to 3 centimeters. Placing it at the center dot, you're going to create your heart chakra. You know, when you are born, the first thing that your parents hear in your ultrasound is the heartbeat, right? So that's the heart. Notice the mind develops after the heart, which is so incredible, isn't it? Like, wow. I'm taking my protractor, placing it at the center dot and putting it at 90 degrees and getting my straight line after that. So I've got 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Using a ruler, I'm going to create a vertical line, a straight vertical line. Everything inside your heart, when it's in balance, when everything has a place and there's no chaos, life becomes simple. Where your circle intersects with your vertical line, you're going to place your compass at that intersection and create a circle. This is your representation of your 7 chakras, meaning the inside soul. Excuse me. So you're going to create 3 chakras. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do the same thing at the top where the intersection happens. Now this is just so that you can see this is the backbone of your energetic body. This is inside you. Now, inside your body, you have the sun energy, which is the masculine energy, which I spoke about. I'm going to bring in the yin energy, which is the feminine energy. I want you to take your compass and literally reduce it by a tiny little fraction, just like that. Okay, not too much. Now you're going to create every sun, meaning every chakra, the masculine energy in that chakra balancing with your feminine energy. So this is your moon energy. That is what you're being asked to activate, the gentle, softer, passive, receptive being. Now I want you to see this is your vertical. Just excuse me for 1 minute. I'm just going to get water. For some reason my throat is really cracking up. I'm sorry about that. So I'm also sensing that whoever is listening to this, a lot of people have a lot of blockages in their throat chakra because they're unable to speak their intuition out. So that is something that you want to do. Again, there's a retreat for my throat chakra, balancing and activation that you can connect to. Now when you look at this, I want you to take your ruler and place it at the center dot, like so. Align it with your horizontal line. And outside of your heart chakra, you're going to mark 1 centimeter. Marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6. Using your compass, you're going to place it in your center. And going to create rings of your heart chakra expanding. For you are healing. You are recognizing that you need to increase your yin energy. You're sending out love like ripples into your being, into your soul. Focus on the sound that the compass makes. Connect to this sound. This is the sound of creation. Be gentle with your hands. Don't rush through the process. Be slow, be steady, be present. Now, I want you to look carefully. This is your backbone. This is when you stand straight. And this is what you came here to do. This is what you need to connect with so that you are able to become authentic and live life through your heart outwards. And this is the effect that you will have when you connect to your heart, meaning your intuition, meaning your ancient wisdom that's tapped within you that you are here to get to. Now, when we understand this, we understand we have the masculine and the feminine energy within us. I'm going to do something on the screen that you can have a look at first. And if that's what you want to do, then you're most welcome to. With my pencil, inside the sun in every chakra of mine, I'm going to find my moon energy because that's what I'm being guided to do through my session, to connect to the moon energy in this year. So this is the moon inside my sun, right? Looking carefully, I have the phases of the moon hidden beneath the surface of geometry. Using my compass, placing it at this point, aligning it with that dot, with that intersection. It's crazy how I pick up the energy of those who will be watching this session. And I pray that you are able to heal your heart chakra, okay? Nothing is a coincidence. So maybe there is some blockages in your heart chakra that need to get activated and managed. And now you see the feminine energy within all of us. The moon goes through different phases, and every phase is important and equally beautiful. We can't judge that when the moon is like this, she's beautiful, but when she's not visible, like in this portion, she's not beautiful. Because even though that she might not be visible to our eyes, meaning when I say she, I'm referring to your feminine energy, even though you're not acknowledging your intuition, it is still there. And it is complete and it is beautiful in whatever phase it is in. Excuse me. Now, when you see this image, right, I'm going to use just this image to create the next layer. This is your base layer to understand that this is who you are. This is your family, understanding the world, everything that is around you. This is all of you, right? I'm going to take a sheet of paper, my tracing sheet, using my sticky tape. I'm going to put my tracing sheet, align it, and stick it. Now, a seed inside your brain is right now being planted that the next year you will be harvesting, right? This year, you're nurturing, you're watering your feminine energy, recognizing that when you do something, you need to also be able to rest. So when you are active, you need to be passive. You need to understand that if you want to be light, you have to be fully in love and acknowledgement of your darkness. You have to understand that every phase of your life that you go through is beautiful, and not judge yourself based on what you are seeing in you, and understand that the moon is complete regardless of which phase it is in, and it is beautiful because that's how it was created by the higher realms. When you focus on all your chakras and heal and activate them and connect to your masculine and feminine energy, you are able to live life through your heart. And you are guided by the inside, meaning through your intuition, meaning to the higher realms. You connect and receive the energy in your being, in your heart, and you follow your heart, and you create ripples that help others also follow their path and come inwards towards their light. Now that's what we're going to work with. So the next stage, which after this stage you're going to create here, is the seed of life. This is geometry pattern, which is absolutely incredibly beautiful. So taking your compass again, opening it to 3 centimeters, putting it at the center dot, creating a circle. Your first circle, this is the beginning of your heart, coming home to yourself. Where the vertical line cuts through this circle, you're going to create your second circle. Where the circle intersects with the first circle, the second circle and the first circle, where they intersect, you're going to create a circle. This is a geometric pattern which is very, very sacred and very, very beautiful. So you're going to create your, it's called the seed of life. This is connected to the feminine energy. Feminine energy is marked by circles in geometry for me. That's how I see it. We're just going to continue the same pattern, and where the intersections happen, we're going to use these intersections like a ladder and create our next layer. Enjoy the process as the piece is being created. Try not to rush through it, just enjoy it. If you need to pause, please do so. Notice that just from a single line, you, who might think, I don't do art, I don't know how to do it, are able to create such beauty on the sheet of paper in front of you. So a few minutes ago, you were unaware of this power that you have within you of creativity. And look at you now. These small steps that we take to go inwards, when we acknowledge them, these small steps actually expand and become bigger. And our soul starts dancing on the sheet of paper. Now this is the seed of life. I want you to take your long ruler and notice that there are these beautiful petals that get created. So if you can create lines joining these tips, passing through the center, it'll probably create, not probably, it will create a cross. There we are. Now I said to you that when we start living life, connecting to our heart, placing the seed inside, the sand, earth, whatever, this is the seed of life, which is your feminine energy that you're being called into. When you do this, you have to keep yourself really safe and protected from energies that are not good for you. How do you do that? You protect yourself by creating boundaries. And we're going to do that, exactly that, by giving ourselves, our heart, our inner world, our soul, some secrecy. Remember, the snake needs to have secrecy. And we're going to protect our inner world from the outside world. Triangle is a symbol of protection from body, mind, and soul. So we're going to protect ourselves in the body, in the soul, in the mind. We're going to take in thoughts that are positive. We're going to do the things that are good for our being. And this is all part of your commitments to the body, to the mind, to the soul. When you are valuing who you are, when you're connecting you to your soul, you understand your soul belongs to that who created that soul, right? It exists because it's meant to exist. Your existence is proof that you have purpose. Now this was our internal world that is protected. Now we're going to create a triangle using these two intersections here, the tips of the petals, to create our protection that we want from the universe in our physical. So the first was body, mind, and soul. So soul, body, and then the mind. Now we're going to look for protection in our thoughts, mind. You can go like this: body, mind, and soul. And just joining these lines, as you can see on the screen, and creating a triangle. Now you have to do exactly the same thing, because we're doing this for the masculine energy. We're going to do it also for the feminine energy. So we're going to protect the feminine energy that we are going to look downwards in. So we're going to create a triangle. Looking downwards to ground what we are experiencing. Everything that goes up comes down. That's the kind of philosophy. That what's above is below. And just using, the intersections and creating the triangles. When you truly recognize your internal world to be like this, so that the power is within you, when you are nurturing and kind towards yourself, and you recognize that all parts of you are beautiful, every phase of your life has a purpose, you become forgiving towards your own being, and you start living life through your heart, because this is what you came here to do, to spread, to be. Your light, that what is within you, you came here to shine that light outward. And you can only do that when you are connected to your moon and sun energy. To come from this consciousness, when you follow your heart, this is what you become. You separate yourself from your past. You let go of what has happened. You forget about that what will be coming in the future. You truly become present. How do you become present? Is by recognizing that you are actually protected by the universe. You belong to that what is from higher realms. You balance your feminine energy because you are receptive in your heart, receiving your intuition from your creator. When you start following the path of your heart, you're able to use those ripples and take actions that will help you spread your light like a star. the light that was inside your heart here, the moon and the sun, the light inside your heart chakra helps you create the light that you are inside you into this world through your actions. Now, when you start living your life through your heart, connected to your intuition, balancing with your mind, with your masculine energy, and recognizing that both go hand in hand, I'm going to show you how that what you have within you is what you came here to experience. So it all comes back in. There was one step that I just realized I need to show you, because this is the year of the snake, right? When we did this grid, I want you to notice, take your compass and placing it at the center point. I'm sorry that I missed this step in the grid. Placing it at this point, not the center point, at this point. This point is the center of the three circles, the second circle. Just so you, center of the second circle. And you're going to create a semicircle this side and a semicircle this side. Now I want you to see what's happened here. We have been focused on what our needs are for our body. So we've been really activated in the lower three chakras as humans, in the masculine energy. And we have been disconnected from the top. This year is asking us to, yes, be connected to our action, to our masculine, but also focus on our feminine energy, that what is within us, that what is connected to. So if this was the sky, meaning unseen, meaning soul, this is earth. This is connected to the seen. So this is the feminine energy and this is your masculine energy. When you connect to your soul, you bring the whole thing up here. You are activated in the whole of your 7 chakras. When you are only focusing on this, you are attached to everything on this level that you see. But when you are connected to your soul, you are actually expanding in your consciousness and awareness to a deeper world that is beyond your mind. So this is mind, this is body, and this is your soul, right? So you are expanding yourself into the higher realms, meaning your deeper realms, like inside your soul. Once you connect to the inside of your soul, you will bring back the light down to the ground. So this is your dark side and this is your light side. When you go dark, you'll keep going in the dark because this is all your this is going to be your focus, your attention, your relationships, your people, your career, your everything that is connected to here. When you expand your consciousness and connect to your soul and your feelings, a world that opens up is like this. And then if you notice that this is the year of the snake, notice how this is the snake. The snake itself will get activated to bring your intuition down, connect you to your ancient wisdom, and be able to make you wiser. Because you're not speaking of that, what you have accumulated, the knowledge of this world. You are actually talking about the unseen world and connecting to that, what is within your soul, and you're receiving it as a medium or as whatever it is, healer or whatever it is, human being. And your human body will be receiving the information from your soul, so you are able to create the ripples. Now notice this is the year of the snake and this is number 8. Number 8 is the number of infinity. This is going to keep on going, right? Now the snake was actually like that. These two, when we join them to become one, we create peace. I'm going to show you how, and this is magic. Geometry is all about understanding that it's an act of illusion. Something you see on this helps you create this. Now, something you see on this is going to help you create something completely different. So let's go on to the third layer, and notice how I said these are two separate circles. When we combine them two, you'll be able to create peace. You'll be able to bring the snake in one space. Now I'm going to do this for you. Now keep looking at the screen. You can't see what I'm creating, just as the magician doesn't show you everything. You will only see that what the universe wants you to see. The S, remember the S, the snake, is inside your heart. For your natural state is to be in peace. The yin and the yang are not separate. Your darkness is part of your light, and your light is part of your darkness. The moment you own your darkness, your mistakes, your fault, your flaws, is when you actually value your light equally. And you're able to then become peace itself. The journey of recognizing your soul connecting to your dark and light allows you to create peace in this world, not only outside of you, but inside of you. I'm going to leave you here to sit with how, just with a few lines, you were able to not only create something on the sheet of paper, but also create something consciously within your being, to understand that neither you are this, neither you are that, you are this. This is what you came here to be, and this year is calling you home to your peace, to that what makes you authentic, that what makes you real, that what you're here to do and be. I love you a lot. Take good care of yourselves. If the session was any good for you, or you enjoyed it, or you didn't enjoy it, let me know, and I'd love to hear from you as a feedback how I can make it better. Take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.